What's up, gaming heroes? Welcome back to another awesome World of Warcraft video. In today's video, we're going to be doing a full Garrison show. So today, I really want this video to be kind of like the starting place for all people who have an interest in starting Garrison Gold. This is going to show you my setup, the setup that I use for the most part, and what I think you should use going forward. Obviously, when it comes to Garrison Gold, there are many different ways that you can set it up, and you don't have to follow my way, but this is just what I have set up on most of my characters for the most part, and that's just purely because it's just the best money maker on a whole. So let's go ahead and get into the video. Remember to smash the like button and click subscribe, and if you want to meet other World of Warcraft players such as yourselves, join the Discord, because that is a magical place indeed. Okay guys, let's see how much gold we made today. So quick disclaimer, last night I accidentally clicked open all mail instead of all bought, and I stupidly received 8,000 gold. I can show that on TSM really quickly, so you can see, oh gosh, because I sent the 20k, but yeah, this is where I received the 8k last night. So I went from 3,002 to 300,011. So obviously I received 8k last night, so we've got to consider there's 8k there as well, and let's receive the gold right now. So there's 43,000 gold right there. Pretty gosh darn good. I'm happy with that. We sold a Jade Panther, we sold a Outlands Tomb of Illusions, and then a bunch of Shrouded Armor, which is really good. Now, I've definitely noticed the huge amount of sales I've been making on Shrouded Armor. You can't make this in TSM, guys. You need to make this like in the normal WoW screen for now. In the next update of TSM, it's going to be changing, but basically you want to be making these novice crafters marks and then going ahead and creating shrouded cloth and putting this as novice crafter. This will lower the item level of these shrouded cloth pieces of armor to level 50, and they sell higher costs at level 50 than they do at level 100. It's so much better. I say level 50, that's level 50 for the character, but item level 87, so it's definitely worth bearing that in mind. But yeah, TSM is showing us the daily profit. Today is, so average profit per day, 32,000 gold. The total gold earned for the last week is 292, but profit is 194k, so that's obviously a WoW token this week from just my crafting character. Let's have a look at the month. Okay, so the entire month we have made 1,165,000 gold, and total profit has been 573,000 gold on just my crafting character, which is absolutely fantastic, and I'm really proud of, to be honest, because I've only been going for like 11 days, maybe 12 days for the actual crafting, so that's really good. I think next month will be maybe 1 million gold profit on just crafting, so we'll see about that. I look forward to finding out. This big drop here is because I had to send a bunch of gold over to my my jewelry crafter, because each mount costs 20,000 gold to create. So sometimes I've got to obviously invest that gold back into the business, but you can always see on the chart it always goes back above the number I previously spent. So I spend 20k here, and then I go even higher, and again I just spend 20k here, and it'll go even higher again. It's just the way it works. Okay guys, I'm going to take you through the garrison. We're going to look at all the buildings first, and then we're going to talk about how I use these buildings to make gold. I'm going to give you just quick tips and advice based on everything. For more details, I have lots of videos on my channel where you can find specific information about each of these individual buildings. So please check my Garrison Gold playlist before you ask questions like, how do I get the Salvage Yard, or how do I get, you know, the Storehouse level 3, or anything like that. Guys, please go and check the Garrison Gold playlist. That is what they are there for. I can't explain everything in this video because the sheer information involved with the Garrison Guide is massive. It would take hundreds of hours to explain every little detail about the Garrisons, so I'm going to do my very best in this video to just explain the very basics of how to set everything up, okay? So for more details, check out the Garrison Gold, guys, just for the playlist on my channel, just for specific information. Let's get into it though. Okay, so first is first, we've got a level 3 storehouse here on the right. This is basically a bank, but you can access transmog, you can access your personal bank, you can access extra storage, and then you've got your guild bank right here as well. This is absolutely vital, not just for storage, because at level 3, when you upgrade the storehouse to level 3, it increases your general work order load, which will basically mean that when you come to refresh your work orders, instead of having to refresh every 3 days, you can refresh every 6 days, which effectively means you are being far more efficient with your time. Why would you want to check every 3 days when you can check every 6 days? It's so much less work and you get the same amount of gold. Get the storehouse level 3, it's definitely worth it. Okay, at this point, I go for the Inscription Hut. Why do I go for the Inscription Hut? Well, the Inscription Hut basically allows you to create war paints using cerulean pigments. So whenever you mill down any Warlords of Draenor herb, it will turn into cerulean pigment. You take that cerulean pigment, you come here and you click this guy and you create a work order using that cerulean pigment. Now, after some time, they would have made those cerulean pigments into war paints. You take these war paints and you craft them using inscription into Cards of Omens. Cards of Omens are insanely profitable. I've worked this out and it's around 180 gold per day per character, which is absolutely insane. Now, this is really, really useful because you can also do your daily craft of war paints, which will increase your gold even more so, which is absolutely fantastic. Now, these Cards of Omens, when they are flipped, they become a trash item, which basically means you can vendor that item. And on average, each card that you trash and sell is worth 4 gold, 65 silver. Now, you might sell a card that's worth 1 copper, but you also might sell a card that's worth 6,000 gold. It's very dependent. Now, this average has been worked out upon hundreds of thousands, if not millions of cards being flipped. So this average actually is a real average. Sometimes you might get lucky and get, like, I don't know, 6,000 gold cards all the time and stuff like that. Sometimes you might get unlucky and get cards worth a copper. You just have to deal with that and understand that with the process, it takes time, but you will win out in the long run. On average, each card you produce will bring you a minimum profit about 2 gold 50 to 3 gold each. Now, to get Warlords of Draenor herbs, you can either farm them from your herbs over here, which I don't do, or you can actually buy them from the auction house for any less than 1 gold. So if you see any Warlords of Draenor herbs on the auction house for 1 gold or less, go ahead and buy them because they're going to make you a lot of gold in the long run when you put them into work orders. Okay? Now, it's worth noting that when you are milling these herbs, you might have a lot of herbs you need to mill. You can actually get a trader from your town hall called Samantha Scarlet. Now, bear in mind that the Horde have a different trader. This trader here, see him? See this dwarf? He changes every single day. And all you need to do is wait for the lady who's dressed in red, and she's called Samantha Scarlet. For the Horde, it's slightly different, but there is information online for that if you do want to look. It's a similar concept, just in your town hall. You just got to look for your trader, and this person will change. And when you get Samantha Scarlet, she's dressed in red. She will basically give you a quest where you got to give her a bunch of herbs. You give her a bunch of herbs and she teaches you how to mass mill herbs, which will save you a heck lot of time. Instead of having to click each herb, instead of having to click each 5 herbs to turn those into cerulean pigments, you can just click create all and it will mass mill 20 at a time herbs and save you literally hours of your time. So go ahead and learn that the second you can. Check it on every single character because it's different on every single character. You can also visit friends' garrisons to find out if Samantha Scarlet's at their garrison, if not at yours. Lots of people think it's the same for everyone, but that's total BS. It's not. It's different for everyone. I know because I've got 28 characters and it took me a while to find her, but I found her on one of my characters. I also checked loads of other friends' characters and I found them on my friends' characters as well. You can visit their garrisons by simply joining group and then right-clicking their portrait and click view person's garrison. It's super easy. The next step, the next building is the Salvage Yard level 3. Salvage Yard isn't immediately unlockable. You have to be level 30 to unlock the Salvage Yard. This is basically got from a quest that starts in Spies of Iraq Pinch Whistle Gearworks. It's the goblin who gives you the quest. You've got to follow the quest line through, and eventually at the end, when you've completed it, it takes 15 minutes usually, you get given the plans for the Salvage Yard level 1. At that point, you just level it up all the way to level 3. What is the Salvage Yard and what are the uses? The Salvage Yard is really, really simple. Whenever you complete garrison missions, you have a chance of being given a Salvage Yard crate, which I can actually show you right now, an example of, you know, the type of gold that you can expect to get from that. So let's have a look here. I've got 26 big crates and 8 small crates. These are just gathered, as I say, from simply doing garrison missions. So we're going to go ahead and open those, and you'll see I'll be receiving various goods such as transmogs, garrison resources, armor and weapon upgrades for my followers, then trade goods as well from Warlords of Draenor, so Talador Orchids. You get, this is why the Salvage Yard is by far worth it, because every 2 weeks I open all these crates and I just get given a load of garrison resources. I get given a load of trade goods, load of armor upgrades for my followers, which is insanely useful for proccing the high level missions. So just as a whole, it's massively worth it. And hey, who doesn't like transmogs, eh? Who doesn't like a cheeky transmog? Alright, so you can see we're just opening this and just gathering free resources. And these garrison resources are highly valuable. We work this out on average to about 150 gold per day from the Salvage Yard, based on the fact the amount of garrison resources you're given. You can trade your garrison resources for trade goods using the trading post, which we will show you in a minute. Okie dokie, so you see we got an absolute load of garrison resources right there. We're up to 1,898, and that's an insane amount of garrison resources we got from that. And we got a whole load of goodies as well, which is super helpful, and I'm very pleased with that. Salvage Yard is massively worth it. A lot of people suggest going for the tailoring hut. I personally don't think the tailoring hut works very well anymore. It used to be really profitable, but with the level squish, it became unprofitable, and they nerfed the barn, so I don't personally endorse the tailoring method anymore. I much prefer the Salvage Yard. I think it's much more profitable in the long run, and that is what I advise you to do. The next building of choice here is the Dwarven Bunker. This is an insanely useful building, and the reason for it being such a useful building is you can create work orders when this building gets to level 2, which will create basically armor and weapon upgrades for your followers. Now, this is super important, as I explained in yesterday's video, because when you upgrade your followers to a certain item level, past 645 and 675 as well, so the two key points are 645 and 675 that you want to be getting your item levels for your followers up to that, because that will proc higher level missions where you can potentially earn a lot more garrison resources. So having this building basically expedites the process and speeds it up so you can get those higher level missions even quicker. However, if you don't have this building, you'll be waiting for months and months to generate these weapon tokens and these armor enhancement tokens to increase your item level for your followers, and that will take ages, so you'll be losing out on a huge amount of gold by just not investing in this building. This will get you set up and basically works in conjunction with the Lunarfall Inn really well, which is the next building, which is the Lunarfall Inn. Now, this building is very useful. My building is only level 2 currently, but I am going to level this up to level 3. The reason it's not level 3 right now is that I haven't done enough personal testing on a level 3 building, and I'm trying to design this guide to be as passive as possible. Now, I know the Lunarfall level 3 Inn, you have to do a bunch of quests in order to unlock the actual gold making potential from that. So I'm trying to make this as passive as possible initially for the average person to get into. So I would say go for a level 2 Lunarfall Inn for now. Now, why is the Lunarfall Inn good? Basically, in the Lunarfall Inn, this allows you to hire followers once a week. So Lisa Syrian here, Lisa Syrian will allow you to hire a follower every single week. Now, I've already hired my follower. Now, the reason you want to be able to do this is because when you hire a follower, with specific perks, which will give you additional garrison resources. So what we are after is, when we do this, we click hire trait based on trait, and then we click extreme scavenger, and that will basically mean when you do a garrison mission with that follower, they have a 200% garrison resource collection rate. So say you'd send them on a mission that's going to bring in 1,000 garrison resources. that person, when they complete that mission successfully, will increase the amount of resources you receive from that mission by 200%. 200%. So therefore, you will get a lot more garrison resources per mission that you send with extreme scavengers. This is super, super helpful. Now, Leaks is also really helpful for getting the followers for your inscription building. You really want a follower for your inscription building because that will improve the amount of resources you get back from your work orders. So effectively, that will mean you get 48 Heart of Omen crafts a week instead of, something like 36, which is super, super helpful and definitely worth doing. The next building is the Trading Post Level 1. Trading Post Level 1 is absolutely vital. We don't need to upgrade it past Level 1. There's absolutely zero benefit for you to level it up past Level 1. So just leave it at Level 1 for all your passive gold making methods. Now, if you were trying to get reputation with Warlords of Draenor, then yeah, level up past that. But for the gold making methods for the Garrison Guide, just Level 1 is perfection. So the Trading Post will basically allow you to trade in various different goods to create garrison resources. I don't personally use that function of the Trading Post for the most part. I do however, use this guy, who is the trader who changes every single day for everyone. So this will be the same trader for absolutely everyone in your region. So everyone on EU has the same trader. So if we look here, he sells different things, and depending on obviously the day and the different type of trader, the resources will be cheaper in certain aspects and more expensive in other aspects. So yesterday's trader, for example, all of these true iron ore were worth 16 garrison resources. However, today they're worth 40. So that's why in the auction house, a lot of these markets will fluctuate from good to bad and bad to good all the time. So yeah, you really want to keep an eye on this, and when you get 10,000 garrison resources, come over and buy whatever it is you need. You can buy yourself herbs to make your cerulean pigments easier, or you can buy yourself true iron ore and sumptuous fur and turn that into goblin gliders. There's loads of different money making ways here. Additionally, if you don't want to have to craft anything, you can literally just buy trade goods from here and then sell them on the auction house. It's entirely up to you. However, I prefer to trade to buy the trade goods and then actually craft things to sell on the auction house. The herb garden and the mines, a lot of people say, oh, you should do this, you should do that. To be honest, guys, I don't endorse that, doing the herb garden or the mines, and that is purely because of the time it takes. It's an inordinate amount of time when you consider that you're going to be doing this on like 10 to 20 characters. It's too much time to go from your garrison mission table out here, mount up, go over to your herb garden, collect the herbs, then go over to your mines and then collect the mines and then come all the way back to your garrison mission table. It's going to take you 3 to 4 minutes to do that. Now, when you times in that by 10, that's 40 minutes. When you times it by 20, that becomes... that's obviously, when you times that by 10, it becomes 40 minutes. So it's insane amount of time to be spending. I've got 28 characters. I do not have time to do that stuff. I can buy it from the auction house and get loads of profit anyway. So I'm not going to mess about with all of that. So personally, I don't endorse those two. I wouldn't do it myself. So that's all the buildings that I create. And let's go in and have a look on the actual architect table. So how do you actually make stuff? So sometimes buildings require achievements. It's really simple. When it tells you you need a certain achievement to unlock these, it's really simple. You just literally go to your achievements and you type in the achievement that you need, and then you follow the instructions there. A lot of these achievements I actually have on my channel, but they were made months ago, so you'll actually have to look through my Garrison guides to find those. I've got 2 playlists for Garrison guides. I've got Garrison Gold Setup, and then I've got Garrison Gold in general. And the Garrison Gold in general just has all the various times where I've made gold using the Garrison and shown you guys. Okay, so this is where you upgrade your buildings. You can buy basically the upgrades, and then you learn them in your bags, and then you go to the architect table and you upgrade the individual building. So let's just go through this really quickly. Storehouse level 3. Inscription building level 3. Make sure there's a follower working in there to increase the amount of work orders you are receiving. So basically you can create the work orders and it's always the same amount of work orders. However, when you've got a garrison follower in there, you will get back even more work orders as a result. So basically you'll be fulfilling a certain amount of work orders per week, but the amount of resources you get as it returns, if you've got a follower in there, is hugely increased. Now, you can increase it even further when you've got a follower in there by simply making sure your follower is upgraded. When your follower gets to level 40, you get even more garrison resources, and as a result, you get even more resources back from these work orders, and as a result, you are making so much more gold per day. So initially, when you first start, you'll have a follower in there. They'll be obviously like, I don't know, level 30, and you'll be getting like 30 to 36 crafts of Card of Omens per week. But if you look later on, when they're all the way upgraded, it'll go all the way up to 48 crafts per week. That's the way I work it out. It's very hard to work out how much resources you get back. I just prefer to think of it in crafts of Cards of Omens, because that's much easier for me to figure it all out. Past that, we've got the Salvage Yard level 3, absolutely vital. Dwarven Bunker level 2, absolutely vital. We've got the Lunarfall level 2, absolutely vital. Trading Post level 1, absolutely vital. Doesn't need to be any higher than that. Past that, guys, we've got obviously the Town Halls level 3. You're going to need that. And you have to be level 40 to level that up to level 3. We don't bother with Herb Garden, and we don't bother with the Lunarfall excavation, which is the mines. Okay, so past that, now every single day, all I would be doing is coming in, logging in, and then opening up my mission table here, clicking complete all. A good add-on for this is called the Master Plan and Master Plan A, and all that does is it basically makes your garrison missions so much easier to do, because you can see immediately how much success chance you've got, and you can just right click it and then click send tentative parties, and you guys get sent out. Additionally, any missions you're not interested in doing, you can right click and it will automatically add those to the ignore list and make sure they're always at the bottom. So eventually, when you've got it all set up, you can literally just come in and right click loads of times and then click send, and it will all be done in like literally 30 seconds. Past that, you can obviously summon your guild bank, which I've got on cooldown right now because I've already done this today. But you can summon your guild bank, take out your cerulean pigments, do your inscription craft for your daily war paints, put your cerulean pigments back in the guild bank, and then log off. Super easy. Next character, off you pop. Now, obviously, based on the missions you complete, you'll be given salvage crates, which will allow you to earn additional rewards such as the armor upgrades, the weapon upgrades, trade goods, garrison resources, all that fun shenanigans. Now, you always want to be using these garrison upgrades, these follower upgrades. I stupidly didn't because I'm too focused on the video, but you would always want to use these on your followers to get them to the highest level possible, because the higher level they are, the more success chance you have of these missions, and the more chance you have of proccing those high level missions. So, for example, today I had 10,000, I spent them, and I've already made 1,888 garrison resources back. I had a character today that made 8,000 garrison resources in just missions alone, which obviously turns into a heck lot of gold, and that wasn't even opening my crates either, that was just the missions. So when you get your followers up to a higher level, it will really help you. Additionally, you also want to level up your toon to level 40 and get your item level, I believe it's to level 45 item level on your own character as well. This will increase the missions you get as well, and just in general help you hugely. So thank you very much for watching. I really hope this video has been useful for you. Guys, remember to smash the like button, show appreciation. The heck lot of work goes into this channel. I upload Monday through to Friday, and I stream on Monday and Friday as well. So please check that out. It's on YouTube. All my streams are on YouTube. I don't stream anywhere else. It's only on YouTube. So thank you very much for watching. This is Erosium out, and I will see you next time.